will they? But here's the question: will they do it, George?
Liberal.
Do you expect this president to choose a strong liberal, or will they go for the centrist to sort of appeal to different people?
If his past is any indication, he does not like getting people who are identifiable with the left. But if he doesn't, in this case, it's going to be a problem because you're going to replace somebody like Stevens. If you get anybody, if it's Kagan, who's mostly the Solicitor General, who's considered the front runner. Well, when it comes to civil liberty and executive power, she is basically conservative, and so you will actually lose unless you get somebody, and he's going to be held accountable on that.
Are they going to go left?
I will tell you this: the president was putting out, they were floating the name of the judge last week, and there was this advocacy about they could get the first gate on the Supreme Court. That balloon burst real quick, and now the administrative judge Garland, who is liked by Roberts, well respected by many Democrats, the president is not interested in a fierce battle over the court so close to election day. He's not.
Let me say this: we all have tickets. This is a theater game, and we all have tickets to watch this. But you're right. You know, they're floating a lot of names: gays, Asians, and they have 2 blacks on this list, 2 black women, and one of them they're really pushing. Because I mean, I was getting so many calls.
Judge Sears out of Georgia?
No, not Sears. Ann Claire Williams.
Even though
she's out of Chicago. Yes, she was appointed by Reagan and Clinton, and some liberals.
But she's safe.
Right, and she's able to be confirmed, and that's the key. Confirmation.
Let's forget the National Bar Association, the black lawyers recommended her. And the thing about it too is what she has a lead on, if to get a black woman, is because she's already an appellate judge.
And you have to remember longevity and confirmation are the two
key things. Roland, I think President Obama is going to take a page out of George Bush's playbook on Supreme Court. He's going to nominate someone that is intelligent, that's thoughtful, but behind the scenes is tough as nails, and that was obviously Justice Justice Roberts.
President George W. Bush chose somebody who was thoughtful, smart, but who was a fierce conservative.
Okay, but my point
it was very clear.
But my point is that when you take a look at the Chief Justice, he's actually very thoughtful in public.
Robert, you can be thoughtful on the left and the right, but he knew
at the
Harriet Miers, he had to appoint a strong conservative. So the question is this president, though, going to appoint someone who is a strong liberal?
I think so.
I think so. Let me go to your point. Let me go to your point. There was a study done by University of Houston professor that showed that George W. Bush appointees were more conservative than Ronald Reagan. Will Barack Obama do that on the other side? No. I don't believe so.
Armstrong, you say no. You say yes or no?
I say liberal. Yeah, he's got to have a moderate liberal.
He can't.
Moderate liberal.
It's too close to the election. His situation is too tenuous. He's not going to do it.
He will because it's too close to the election. He needs to fire up that base because they're not fired up right now. They're not fired up over health care. They don't think this president's fighting for them. Don't ask, don't tell. You go on down the list. This liberal base is not happy.
Black women will fire him up.
John Roberts, Sam Alito, they were thoughtful, they were smart, but the right knew they were rock solid conservatives.
I agree.
The president has to appoint to peel his base. They got to be a rock solid liberal.
And the problem is with what you've done with George W. Bush is the Federal Society has basically replaced the American Bar Association. That is this whole network of conservative lawyers, professors, and judges. Their whole plan was to reclaim the courts. They have done that. But Barack Obama has an obligation to do something.
Not an obligation.
He does. That's why he voted.
His base is reminding him of that.
Absolutely. Well, again, I think it's certainly going to be a fierce fight. Not necessarily the confirmation, but again, who he appoints. Like it or not, the liberal base is not fired up for November, and if there's another middle-of-the-road decision, it is going to spell even more disaster for Democrats come the polls in November. We're out of time. April, Armstrong, Robert, George, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.